the new Stego pit. Susie has spent a lot of time working on stegosaurs and traveling the world. And this is her doctoral thesis, is on the entire Stegosaur family. And I think it would be very appropriate to have a few words from her about the overall importance of stegosaurs and possibly this site. Okay?
So stegosaurs are actually really rare as fossils. So it's quite exciting that we have them. There's not very many specimens known at all. Most of them are known from North America, actually. This one, to me, there's one bone over there that looks like it could be a specimen that at the moment is known as Hesperornis, which is probably closely related to Stegosaurus. And at the moment it's found from the lower part of the Morrison Formation, whereas most of the stegosaurs we know are from the upper part. So it's very interesting because we only actually have 4 specimens of this particular species in the whole world. And 3 of those are in a private museum and unpublished on. So only 1 specimen is known. And the legs aren't known at all. And up there we have a tibia, which is the lower leg bone. So that could be really cool because it could be the first lower leg bone of this particular species known. So it's pretty exciting stuff. I'm really excited.
Okay. But the odds are of finding a stegosaur or that much elements in that little pit there, and then finding it down there in the same horizon, I'm thinking a stegosaur mortality rate. Bunches of stegosaurs. But we're finding so much, you know, it's unbelievable. There's a big plate right there.
Wow. Isn't that pretty?
Okay. So we have vertebrae, 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 vertebrae. They go all the way up there.
Ooh, I got goosebumps.
Yeah, so this plate here, if it keeps going, if it goes another 4 inches, we've got the biggest stegosaur plate ever found.
So the one specimen we've got quite a lot of the back half of the animal. So we seem to have, we've got the hips, we've got the pelvic region, we've got both legs, we've got a couple of feet, we've got several vertebrae from the tail, several vertebrae from the back, we've got lots of spines, we've got some plates. So we haven't at the moment found the front of the animal. We have got some skull. I'm not sure which animal that one goes with because it's kind of in between the 2 specimens, so we're not quite sure which one that goes with. With the other specimens, less well associated, so the material's jumbled up. But again, we've got the pelvic region, we've got a couple of femora, we've got quite a lot of vertebrae, we've certainly got quite a lot of tail vertebrae, we've got some neck vertebrae as well. So we've probably got about 40% of the one and maybe 30 to 40% of the other as well. So that's quite a lot of material. There's maybe, I don't know, 7 or 8 specimens of Stegosaurus that are reasonably associated and reasonably complete. But these will certainly contribute a lot to our knowledge of and our understanding of the skeletons of these animals.
So this animal is about 150 million years old. This is called the Morrison Formation, this group of rocks that we're excavating here. And unlike Ralph, we excavated the entire neck and skull, and all the bones were in place as they were in life. It just fell over. That's called an articulated skeleton. Well, you can see these stegosaurs are kind of strewn hither and thither, and this is what we call a bone grab. This is how most dinosaurs are found in kind of configuration. Find an animal that is all put together is very rare. We're going to have to figure out how to take these out in manageable packages, hopefully, if we can. If not, then we're going to have to take them out in very large packages, which will either need a crane or a big flatbed truck, and we come along it.
It would be pretty hard to take that all out in one piece.
Oh, I've taken out complete dinosaurs. So, you know what's interesting about this site with elements of 3 individuals so far is the fact that what intrigues myself and Susie is the fact that no one has ever been able to maybe put a handle on if these animals were hurt.
We don't have a whole lot of specimens from the Morrison Formation that are actually found either articulated or associated. So lots of the Morrison material was just bone bed material. So you have a femur here, a humerus here, and we have no evidence that they came from a single individual. So this site's really interesting because you actually have two relatively associated specimens. We can pretty clearly say that which bones were from which specimen, certainly to a degree. The other really interesting thing about this is that at the moment we don't have any evidence that stegosaurs were gregarious. We have no evidence that they herded or they lived together in groups or family groups or anything like that. And so this is a really, really interesting site because we have what look to be 3 different stegosaurs, all within the same level, all within a small distance of each other. And certainly the 2 that we're excavating this year are very, very closely associated with each other.
Oh, there it is. I can't remember where I sat this
Hooked on a feelings. I am believing.
Okay, you're on camera, man.
You got a bone. What do you mean finally? You've only been working, what, 6 hours?
Almost take your pick.
Well, I mean,
Thank you, sir.
you hardly ever see on any of the documentaries that picking and shoveling and all. It's all they want to shoot is the results.
Yeah.
And so when people come on these programs, they are sometimes surprised at how hard they have to work to see some dinosaurs.
Yeah.